recordings partially because I'm like, nobody knows how brilliant he is. I should share this. He doesn't even legitimately believe that it was like, well, he did. He was like, you're my fangirl, you're my fangirl. And I'm like, yeah, but furthermore, he also rants like kind of tyrannically for like 45 minutes with no word in edgewise. And he was in the pattern of calling me for like 2 hours a day, like several times a week. And he was ranting about stuff I did not know, and I wanted to make a record of it. But then certain things were, I mean, it was hot stuff. So I just published it, and I'm like, what the hell? It's Keith. I didn't even label it. He found it on my YouTube channel, flipped out, accused me of trying to sleep with him, which I never did. And then like made it into this weird psychodrama with his girlfriend, who I had had like a little flirty, kissy, cuddly stuff with because she's bisexual too. So I'm all like, Keith, you're like blowing things out of proportion. Like, I want your man dude deal stuff, your hetero manliness. And I don't know. It was just awkward. It was like a breakup of a non-existent breakup with a drama queen. So therefore, I deleted all my Twitter friends because I'm like not willing to have Twitter turn into Facebook because Facebook's where all the like petty people are and Twitter's where the intellectuals are. So thank you, bye. And so I just controlled everything down. And then at some point, Mimi, that really hot lesbian chick, she's like, she's all like, so wait a minute, Keith Davis said you tried to fuck him. And I was like, no, if I did, I would have made it clear because like he's getting some kind of like subliminal, like maybe she wants me vibe, which, you know, I think he's got his limited amount of hotness when he's not being a big man baby. But anyway, no, nothing happened. And like I hung out with him before and I think it was making his girlfriend jealous, but then she was always like flirting with me so bad that I was like, whatever. And I'm just like, why don't we all just go out on a date? And then I really actually think David got jealous that I got a boyfriend. So then he's like, he wants to like maximize my time. And then he turns into this big like attack campaign against my guy who has a prior record. So then they look up, they're all like sleuthy internet Sherlock Holmes, like looking up his record to be like, look at this. Some of which were like false charges from his now ex-wife and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's David Keith Davis in a nutshell. And I think he just reached out to me on Twitter like once because he's been in like this super detente where we like don't talk, but we know each other exist. And he's muted on my Twitter. And I will, you know, acknowledge. I just retweeted some of his Barry Joe Still tweets. So if we were just sort of like, it's that thing where you're like really intensely jamming on somebody's brain, but then you're like, okay, I had enough. And I think the thing where he's like really secretive and shy and scared, kind of, I was just like, no, get it out there, David. Like, make a radio show, put your voice out there, like, you matter and stuff. And that was just not, you know, everybody has a different method of to their madness, sort of. And also, some of his stuff I don't really like. I don't really like using PIG all the time for all, you know, I'm not into that gutter punk vibe so much. Like he's super, what do you call it, crusty, I guess. And so my high-mindedness, my, you know, and it's the thing where activists have to streamline. We can't have dead weights. We can't have people pulling us down. We have to go on we're all our own airplanes. We have to like go on our own path and not be weighed down by excessive baggage. And I don't want to be associated with some of the his style because he seemed like he was having like personal obsession vendettas with black women, which kind of all started at the second fairness hearing in 2016, which he basically ruined by going on some weird angry tirade against Judy Prosper that nobody could, I mean, only Judge Simon could sort of see what he was saying. He was speaking about coup d'etat in Haiti, not about her as a black Haitian. Supposedly, this is his alibi, is he's not racializing a black lady lawyer, but apparently to everyone else he was just being a Trumpist asshole. And I basically was the next person to speak after him, and so I immediately just say, I apologize for that, that was so disgraceful. And then there was like commentary about nobody apologized, and I'm like, no, I apologized. Kind of like, my chihuahua just bit you, I'm sorry. But not that he's my chihuahua. But it was just like, he was insane. Then they tasered Roger Hardesty, which was like, I believe David flew off the handle. The whole hearing went haywire, but it was already haywire because of all the crap with IPR and the O'Day shooting. So then the whole thing got derailed, and it was right as Hillary Clinton was about to lose the election. So all this other national stuff was making everyone psycho. And it was just a dreadful hearing, especially with Hardesty getting jumped and then Lisa Hay coming to rescue him. And then I felt like my statements weren't heard because of what David did, which I guess you could call that grandstanding. But he did something to just, and it was basically like, I kind of view him as like Sidney Gottlieb, like MK Ultra style. He engages in psychological warfare operations that are not sanctioned. And it's like, no, he needs to shut up sometimes. And basically, I think he thinks that about me, is he's like, no, you need to shut up and don't secretly record my phone call. And I'm like, you know what it bothered me is he has security breaches. He's sloppy with his mouth, with his tongue, with what he says, with everything. So I felt that by capturing him and doing my little off on him, which he's like accused me of being COINTELPRO, I was like, no, what I am proving to you, David, is to be a good activist, you need to tighten your screws. Don't be so sloppy all the time. Don't take everybody down with you. Don't get people in trouble who are unrelated to your thought process, because that's what he does. He's kind of like a grand dame of his own tragedy. And it's astrological. I'm a Leo. He's a Cancer. Cancers are big drama queens. I'm over it. Like, get out of my face. And I'm not the enemy. But anyway, so I don't know, but I don't know. I think he was going through a lot of stuff with um we're all always going through a lot of stuff. Everyone's always going through a lot of stuff.
You bet.
Yeah. And where's Mr. Angstrom? Well, David defended me against Angstrom, that's for sure. He was like, he was on him. He's like, remember the time you attacked that dog? That dog. All right. Baltimore.
Okay, so
Case management.
I'm trying to. I've got the word Marshman typed in a search box on Yahoo Mail, which is my account.
Oh yeah. You have that.
So,
okay.
So what do I have to thumb on to get it to search? It's got a little magnifying glass hand look. Oh shit! Here we go.
I did not mean to have a DKD rant, but I just sure as the hell did. So, this thing doesn't have pictures neither. I just looked up clothing and...
No, there's no pictures. It's the uniform policy.
Oh, that's all you want me to look? Oh, okay, the text.
Yeah.
No, that's boring, dude. Okay, yeah, why?
It's completely boring. It's like in 100 or something.
I'm interested in their personal use of social media. That's like...
Okay, here's our quest.
Uniforms and grooming, 1100. Personal appearance standards in the...
That's the page section. What is it? Go ahead, what's it say?
Okay, Portland, here we are. Back down. Personal uniforms, 1100.00. Personal appearance standards. Okay. Recognition of award, let's see. Body art, uniform properly equipped will groom exhibit a professional appearance while performing their duties. Projects the image of an alert, responsive agency that takes pride in its work. Clothing and grooming will be appropriate for business environment. Durability, versatility.
Must display the
name tag
on the outermost garment.
Yeah. Okay. Hair, facial hair, bureau, dress standards, jewelry, body art, court appearance. Okay. Barry, I'm not jumping to conclusions that they've read it out of the, yeah.
No.
A must display. Why did they start with body art? That's just hilarious. I'm amused. Policy. This directive establishes
Okay,
grooming dress
I'm looking
code.
at this. This has to be. This has to be for you. I'm sending it. It's because you suck.
Don't you
What's
tell
it
me I
say?
suck.
Me to Mike Blue Hair. Mike Blue Hair. This message has the photograph of Engstrom, who trains cops in self-defense and use of force, out of uniform for blocking the display of his name. Tilda PJS. Forwarded message. September 24th, 2016. Alright. It's in here. It's 312.50.1.2.1 point. Did you get that?
No, 31250.
Okay, I'm going to give you the website. See what happens with this. I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
http://www.portlandoregon, all one word, .gov/police/article/52561.
Identification. Display
What
of
do you mean
identification.
identification?
I'm reading about tattoos over here on this other thing.
What?
I was just reading about tattoos.
Okay, so this is so wrong.
So you got a Engstrom on a uniform violation?
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you not the one that I just saw, because that was through Mike Marshman.
Thank you, Barry, for reading me off a URL.
Yeah,
that was so much better than
I'm
looking
gonna
for
send
it.
you the one. And the photo, which was the stripped in his reply from Marshman response from this is me. Fuck. Oh man. Could just. Oh, I know. September 24th, my error. Michael Marshman. False. What the hell is that about? Alright. I got it. PPB Officer Engstrom out of uniform. I won't bother to inform you how long it's been since the Portland Police Bureau personnel responded. Okay. How do I forward this to Mary Ing? Internet.
1@gmail.com.
Okay. I'll forward. Okay.
You know, I think there's a seaside cop who maybe has like a little wink crush on me. Nothing too serious, nothing weird. No, don't even know his name. Think there's
what address?
maryang1@gmail.com.
Yeah, I think that's.
He totally looked over my guy's shoulder and was like, "Hi."
You know,
I was like, "Hi."
I have a problem. When I type. Oh wait. Maybe this is gonna work. Oh shit. Alright. bastards. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use my, maybe this is a better angle. I'm trying to use my Android, and I don't like my Android. M-A-R-Y-E-N-G. I don't know why I have to type this in. It's supposed to already be suggesting all this stuff. Mary Anglon at Gmail, right?
At gmail.com, yeah. You go, yeah, wait.
All right. This is your Todd Engstrom revenge.
Fix. You're giving me a fix.
Huh?
You're giving me a fix.
Mary A1. Okay, now what do I do?
Dude, no. Okay, just Mary A1 at Gmail. Let's go Gmail. At gmail.com.
I got that, but I have to figure out how to get it to send it. Send, I found it. Okay. Message sent.
Okay.
Check it out. This is the way it's supposed to work.
Yes, here it is, Cannabis Boo. Cannabis Boo.
We have the internet now.
Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rotate that picture because I got the skills. I can do it. I'm like a... No, this might be the wrong Engstrom. He looks so different with his haircut. Ooh.
Oh, wait, does the other one have...
There's another Engstrom who's a cutie, but yeah, there's a little honey bunny. This ain't the Engstrom that got me.
Do you see it's the Doc X one? Is that a...
Dude, we need to...
I have a planted picture with Sergeant Axhelm with his tongue sticking out.
No, I'm thinking you're maybe... Okay, I may be getting the joke, but...
Look at the second download. One of them's a picture of Engstrom in the
Okay, yeah. Let me check the other picture. No, the thing is I've talked to the other Engstrom. Oh, okay. No, he just looks different without his hair. No, that's it.
Do you get the screen capture? Is that what the other one is?
Ooh, wow! I got the screen capture. Yeah, arrivederci.
Wait, and it's got this sergeant sticking his tongue out, right?
Ooh, that's funny. Hey, this body language expert I follow on Twitter, he would analyze that. That means something. Like these things have universal meanings. These body language things. Oh my God! And Keith took this, didn't he?
Okay, so go ahead and read us the letter. What's it say?
Okay, no, I'm saving the image for a second. Hold up. I'm renaming it Engstrom. Okay, and then here we go. Okay, I'm downloading this picture. This is so cute, Barry. I'm sorry, it's just cute. It really is cute. Engstrom out of uniform capture. Open with... No, come on. What's the deal with this? Why is it acting funny? Oh, it might be a... Please don't be a Microsoft thing. No. Here it goes. Download blocked? Oh, yes. This is like one of those stupid Microsoft things the whole world hates. Yeah, it's blocking the download of the second picture. Some data protection nonsense. Okay. No, it is. I'm straight up. But guess what? I can open it in a different browser and see if I can make it work.
It's a document in a it's just a photograph in a Word document.
Well, probably because they don't have Word, or probably because I'm on the wrong type of computer.
It's a Doc X.
So this is Engstrom. He just looks different.
Okay, so here's what we found out. The guy you're looking at, Engstrom. When Kevin Kelly, who was copied in that,
Yeah.
email.
Uh-huh.
When Kevin Kelly saw, actually, he wrote on his legal pad as my legal advisor, he wrote thug.
Oh.
And somewhere in the, somewhere in his testimony, he must have said that his idea of, Engstrom's idea of de-escalation is not to use a taser.
I know, right? Like he's like the Bush 5 of the Portland police. He believes in if you don't kill them, it wasn't torture. I could say that, can't I?
Yeah. Yeah, so anyhow, what we have to do is what we have to do is we have to put this stuff on the internet. So, like that whole email to the chief of police with that email address and my email address, like you did on the other stuff. That's just damning. I need to damn them.
Oh, 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 oh. Yes. You know how they used to do it back in the MI6 days? They would have like a post office box where you would like, or like a security box in a bank where you'd keep all your blackmail compromat, like your photos. And then like the crazy predator sting, he would set people up. MI6 was into major blackmail using kind of Jeffrey Epstein style blackmail stuff. It's sick. It's like zero ethics. Everything is complete control. Everyone is controlled. Every detail is known. If everybody's creepy, whatever they did, it's creepy. It's like if there was a blackmailocracy, that's what it would be. It's so creepy. When I started digging into that, like one of my years in Astoria, like there was like a year I only like researched British sex crime basically. So I want to put Todd, but I don't because the man who when Todd and I had our magic date 6 months later, was it, or 7 months later, I feel like he'd grown his blonde hair out and he wasn't that smug American anymore. He was the Swedish man of my dreams. He brought the Strom to my Ang.
He grew his hair out?
Well, he grew his hair out a little and he's like kind of balding, semi balding, like a lot of Scandinavians. But we totally had this like magic moment of like, oh, Angstrom, are you Swedish? No, I was like, are you Norwegian or Swedish? And he's like, Swedish, and I'm Norwegian, but I'm actually part Swedish too. So that and Finnish. But so then I was like, next subject, because I'm all like, okay, we're Scandinavian. You're famous for not brutalizing women, right? You like believe in equality, right? So then we go to the next subject, which is World War II. And I'm doing, what did your grandpappy do in the war? Because this is the whole like America moment where he was like, well, yeah, my grandpa was stationed in Japan. And I was like, so was my grandpa stationed in Japan. So I'm basically trying to do like human to human, bond, 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 so he doesn't fuck me up. And it was almost, I was setting him off kilter because it was like, it was so, it was like delightful. And by the time I'm like talking to IPR, like a month or two later, IPR is like trying to find out if I'm like actually employed to investigate them, like investigate IPR, or like they like, whoops, we didn't mean to secret, like he's like, you're not a cop, are you? This John Rhodes at IPR, he's like, I was like, well, no, you want to give me a job? And it was this like weird moment where he thinks I'm investigating him, not the other way around, you know? It was like, oh, it was so brilliant. It was like holding a little, but I like these sort of old out of date men because they're fun to talk to because I mean it basically is a honey trap plot that doesn't get played out. Like I don't seduce them because I don't want to, but they're intrigued by me. So then they're talking to this weird activist girl, and it's kind of weird. It like becomes this mentory dynamic. I just don't think human relations are never pure. They're always corrupted by all these countervailing forces. So yeah, I think Angstrom just got like an instant crush on me, but his thing is S&M, so he likes to get violent. And I'm the bad chick because I hurt his feelings because I called out his brothers Sioetta and Clunt for brutalizing my boyfriend and like crushing up his face. And so did what's his name, the guy you were talking to in that video on YouTube, the cop who Munjin recorded on YouTube. He's like Stuart Palmater, who actually testified against the people that brutalized Ben Pickering. Stuart Palmater testified against Sioetta and against Carl Clunt, and the kid who was in on the Aaron Campbell shooting, Birkenbein, who was the sergeant who kind of helped cover up the Aaron Campbell thing. He got called in to help cover up the Ben Pickering thing, but Immergood wasn't letting him, and I had done all the research, served it to Ben's baby lawyer, and basically got zero credit for it because I'm just like sitting back there in my hijab. It was crazy. And then that was the weekend that Amanda Fritz lost her husband, and Ben was on the verge of going to Oregon State, but his lawyer begged him out of it, which I knew would put my life in danger. So his freaking lawyer, least intervention possible, keep him out of Oregon State. But if he had gone to Oregon State, either he might have gotten better or we would have been separated forever. So it was this weird mix of tragedy and danger because I loved him, but he was getting truly out of control. So I got screwed. I got screwed due to our wonderful advocacy against psychiatry, which me and Ben clicked on anti-psychiatry. We knew the terrible things that happen in psychiatry. We know it's reprehensible. It's super mega violation. And he was ready to like defend himself against any incursion against his disability, his freedom, his rights, blah, blah, blah. He's super rights oriented, like his dad's from Texas. But anyway, yeah, I didn't mean to hurt Engstrom's feelings. What's his star sign? That's my next project, Barry. I'm going to stop this video here.